Hello, everybody, and welcome to Parlays, Payouts, and the Wagering Woes. I am your host, Robert Phillips, along with my co-host, Bryson Granstra. Bryson, say hi. All right, so last week, there's no easy way to say it. FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever your sports book is, if you listen to us, did not work out for you. The
No.
NFL kicked our ass.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I will say last week, 2 weeks ago, got 100% right. This week, not good. We just got stuck.
We took some swings that were unnecessary. The
Yeah,
Bears against the 49ers.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I learned a valuable lesson about sticking to my gut. I didn't see the Bills coming. If you did, good on you. I didn't see that one coming.
To be honest, I did have a feeling, and I wanted to push back, but it was such a close game that I wasn't gonna argue
Cardinals
about it.
did not go the way that I thought it was going to.
It was another one of those games that was a toss up, though.
But we're moving on. We're moving on to this week. Full
New
steam ahead.
week, time to make some money.
I've done something. I think this is actually going to be a sneaky tough week, but we're going to win some money this damn week, though.
You think it's gonna be a tough week?
I think there's some games here that some interesting games. That's what I'll say. It's going to be some interesting.
Hopefully, we have a little bit of a disagreement and we got to talk each other into it. Because if not, if we both just agree full steam ahead, does not work out for us.
All right. So without further ado, you want me to take over? You want me to list some matchups for you?
I'll go ahead and I'll bring us into our first game,
Go
and
for it.
then from there on out, you can go. All right. So first up, we have I almost said the St. Louis Rams. That was silly. We have the Los Angeles Rams going to the San Francisco 49ers. I think we need to throw last week out the window. I think one thing that bit us last week was recency bias. So let's remember who these teams are from like the past 3 weeks and not the past 2 weeks or past week. And with that being said, I think this is a victory for the Rams. I think they have the better offensive line, the better running game right now. Obviously, with Christian McCaffrey being out, Jordan Mason being out, I think I saw that is that other dude's name Innuendo. That's not it. But I thought I seen that he's on the injury report too, so they could be down to the fourth string running back. Still no Brandon Ayuk, gone for the season. Deebo Samuel, just like I said last week, and I still believe it. Looks like a fat shell of his former self. Fat for NFL standards, not for normal human standards.
Yeah, very gotta differentiate.
Yeah. But I believe the Rams win decently, by a decent margin.
Even when the 49ers have been good, Sean McVay has always kind of had Kyle Shanahan's number a little bit. So I'm with you. Now that the 49ers are on the downhill looking up, and this is LA's. This is
But
LA.
I do want to say real quick, I believe it will be a Rams win. I believe it'll be a little bit of a shootout, and I believe we get a Kyron Williams touchdown.
Okay. All right. The next game, we have the Washington Commanders versus the New Orleans Saints. I think this is a pretty big no-brainer. This is definitely a Washington. We are now getting into that point where the teams are starting to separate themselves from those playoff teams to the fighting for the playoffs, and then you get the teams that are just waiting for the season to be over. And the Saints are waiting for the season to be over. So
I don't know about that one.
I mean, they're at this point now where they need to find who their head coach is going to be. And
The Rizzler's got these guys all rizzed up. He's got them going. The only problem is they're again.
Yeah, they can take their chicken parms and their double chunk chocolate cookies, and they can just get on out of here.
I don't know what that was.
You don't know what that? Hold on, how are you going to bring out the Rizzler, and then you're not going to talk about Big Justice and whatever the hell his son's name is?
I have no clue.
Boom, boom.
There's got to be somebody out there enjoying this, but
yeah. This is getting this here. Boom.
it was over my head. It was an uncatchable pass. All right. Yeah, Washington, they have the better, I'd say everything but defense, but they have the better offensive line, better probably defensive line too. better running game by far. Washington wins. It's
The only thing New Orleans has better right now is food. So that's not going to help them on the field. So we're going to go with Washington. Third game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus those terrible Tennessee Titans.
all right. So I'll go ahead and go first. The Cincinnati Bengals missed walking away, running away. If every player on Cincinnati was blindfolded for this game for some reason, spun around in a circle for 30 seconds before every play, they would still beat the Titans. And that's my analysis for this game.
It's very simple. One side has Will Levis and a whole bunch of mayonnaise. And the other side has Jamar Chase and Joey Burrow. Even though Cincinnati doesn't have a defense at all, they're an unstoppable. Whatever you want to do yardage wise for Jamar Chase, whatever it is, do the over. Just do the over. I mean, the dude's insane. It's quite crazy that Cincinnati's going to miss the playoffs with how well Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Like it's an anomaly. But yeah, we're going to go with Cincinnati.
Would love to see them go on a run and somehow make it. I also do believe Tony Pollard for the Titans will also have a good game for right here.
Yeah, I mean Cincinnati has no defense. I mean, it would be something though if they could sneak in there because
Shut up. Go to the playoffs. I thought you were talking about the Titans win this game. I was like, oh man,
Kansas City, they no matter what anybody says, they don't want Cincinnati. Because if any team's had any luck with them, consistent luck with them, it has been Cincinnati. So we're going to go ahead. Next game, we have the Miami Dolphins versus the Houston Texans. Interesting game. I'm kind of going back and forth with this one because these are two teams here who are fighting tooth and nail for these playoff positions. I think Houston's kind of underperformed. I mean, so is Miami. But Miami's had a lot of injuries, especially at the quarterback position. It's in Houston.
Let me help you out real quick.
Go for it.
I think that Houston's running game will dominate this game. Joe Mixon's going to have a big game, and I think the Texans will win. The Dolphins aren't the same Dolphins they were last year. Again, we can't let recency bias affect our picks this week from what happened the last few weeks. Dolphins still aren't great.
No, they're not. I know that, but just like I watched them in that Jets game, they fought to come back. And I know it's a division game, so I kind of, those are whatever.
And it was the Jets.
Like I said, I know it's a division game, so I kind of hold those a little bit different.
But. And it was the Jets.
All right, we'll go with Houston. All right, next game, I think we have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cleveland Browns. Hold on, all right, that's another game we got wrong, which the Chargers should have won. I forgot, though, that Kansas City has some sort of weird voodoo magic that Mahomes and Andy Reid do every day before their games. Like, they just always – you know how sometimes we always say, like, the Bears always find a way to lose, like, in new, painful, excruciating ways? Somehow the Chiefs just – they either by skill or by will or by accident, they just always win, and it's so weird. Like how,
or they will even mess up, and somehow it benefits them.
Yeah, yes,
it's kicking a field goal into a goalpost.
Yeah,
and somehow it bounces in.
And I heard this from my brother, and I think it's really good. It really encapsulates Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes has the talent of Aaron Rodgers mixed with the luck of Tom Brady. It's just
since he came to the NFL, he's had so much luck. Like I've the way he's always thrown across his body and no look passes and stuff like that. You don't do that stuff without a lot of luck.
And it's like they will do stuff and it will cost, or he'll throw a turnover because he leads the league in interceptions right now, I believe. And they'll do these like dumb things and it'll cost them, but just somehow they never pay for it. And like Buffalo put it on them this year. So I mean they can be beaten, but like I don't know, Josh Allen had some anti-voodoo curse lock hold on. Weird. It's just I don't get it. Cleveland's gonna this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna beat Cleveland. It's whatever. They're gonna
Okay.
barely beat Cleveland. It's gonna be some fucking weird wackadoo ending thing, and everybody's gonna go, "What the hell?" And then on to the next week. It's the same shit. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna Cleveland's gonna almost win the game. Somehow Kansas City will pull it out in the end.
And Kareem Hunt gets a touchdown.
Book it. All right, the next week, I'm interested to hear your opinion about this one. We have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers.
Oof.
I'm going Carolina.
Going Carolina. I think Bryce Young is.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say he's like made it. I'm not gonna say he's a franchise quarterback, but I guess compared to what he was before, he's way better.
He's competent. I think, like we talked, he's deserved another year of playing. I believe that. I mean, they need to stop changing coaches all the damn time.
I don't understand what's going on with Adam Thielen. Is that dude like 40 years old?
Yeah, he's old. He's old, but he's like that. Here's the thing: is like he's like very old. He's on his last leg, but he's the kind of guy that you need for a young quarterback to where like he's gonna be where he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be freelance. He's going to be where he's supposed to be.
Because even in his prime, he wasn't that great of an athlete, really.
No, he was always a worker. He was a work guy. Like he was that guy that would do the dirty work for
Your typical Caucasian.
He was just yeah. I mean, like okay, if we're gonna talk like Jordy Nelson, I mean,
I knew
throwback.
that was where you're going.
He
Like
had,
Hunter Renfrow.
I always talk. I love Jordy. He had yeah. Adam Thielen was not as physically gifted as Jordy Nelson. But yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. But yeah, Dallas sucks though. They're fucking terrible. And
I do like Dowdle. I don't know if he's actually a good running back or if he just looks good on the Cowboys right now because there's not a lot of other bright spots. Yeah, but yeah, Carolina.
Carolina's gonna get a win, baby. Gonna get a.
What are the odds on that one right now?
Carolina is -148.
I'm surprised. I thought they would have somehow been the underdog, just because of name value alone, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sports books are pretty on. Dallas kind of stinks. So, all right, here's a good one: the New York Jets versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right. Are we going to stick with our theme of not letting recency bias affect us?
Yeah.
Where's this game being played at?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville doesn't have fans anyway.
Yeah, they don't.
The Jets are going to win. The Jets are going.
I was thinking about that today. I was just like, at the end of the day, even though he's bad and he's old, still Aaron Rodgers.
That game was such a fluke last week too, though. There were so many lucky things that happened.
Yeah. That was a tough one though, Jacksonville and Tennessee, because they're terrible. They're
But I was talking about the Jets ever being ahead in that game the way they were.
Yeah, that was weird. But yeah, I'm at the risk of like potentially getting divorced. I think I'm gonna have to pick the Jets again.
Yeah.
So I mean, we'll just keep that between you and me.
I'm not super excited about it, but
I'm not either. But I mean, yeah, it's just like
I would only play it in this parlay, and I would never play it in any way, shape, or form besides this.
I'm not gonna lie. This morning when I went to the gym, because I looked at the game schedule, and I like to kind of think my thoughts. I thought about this one for the entire time because I was like, "Oh my god, am I really gonna bet on the fucking Jets again?" But I mean, yeah, the Jets, they're better everywhere. All right, going to New York Jets. All right, the Baltimore Ravens versus the New York Giants. And I said this, I'll just go ahead. It's going to be Baltimore. I said that when they let go of Daniel Jones, Giants were never going to win another game this year. And I'm with it.
Yeah, they're definitely not winning this game.
No.
We don't have to continue discussing this one. Discussing. It's hard. That's a hard word to say sometimes. I don't know if you heard the way I said it the first time. Disgusting.
The odds for this one? -1800.
You know what? That's not worth even putting in a parlay.
Yeah. Agreed.
The Ravens win, so we'll keep it in our parlay. But generally, -1800.
No. All right. The next one. This is the Peyton Manning Bowl. It's the Indianapolis Colts versus the Denver Broncos. We got two middle of the pack teams. Denver playoff. I think if the playoff started today, I think Denver is the 6th or 7th seed.
They haven't beat anybody that's worth a damn. They really haven't. The Colts haven't either. Shit. I guess I'd go to coaching, right? That's what we do.
Oh,
Coaching and quarterback.
yep.
Broncos win.
That's what I said. Yep, I agree. I always say if it's close, who's got the better coach? Who's got the better quarterback? 9 out of 10 times. Oh, no, I answered the question. So.
I think I'm gonna throw a third in there if we need to. We'll go offensive and defensive lines. Big guys.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go with Denver. All right. Next, we have the New England Patriots versus the Arizona Cardinals.
I mean, the Cardinals got to win this one, right?
I think so. They have to. They can't lose any ground after dropping to Seattle twice.
This ain't a division game. The Cardinals are the better team. Again, let's not let recency bias affect our thoughts, judgments.
In Arizona.
Arizona wins.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, this will be a fun game. Tampa Bay versus LA.
The Chargers? Because we already got the Rams, right?
Yeah, Chargers. Sorry. Yeah. LA Chargers versus Baker Mayfield.
Another quick little thing about that the Kansas City and the Chargers game. I would have changed my pick if I knew the Chargers are going to be without their top receiver, who's a rookie, Lad McConkey, who I thought was a white guy, but it's not a white guy.
With a name like Lad, you'd think so.
Yeah, but no, just random. I mean, it's I assume. Anyways, I think. Damn, what I was going to say really goes against my whole recency bias thing, because I was going to say the Buccaneers really did not play good last week. They looked lost half the time against the Raiders last week. They really did.
Yeah, Baker like shit.
But I do keep telling people the Raiders have a good defense. It's just they're on the field too much. The Chargers win. The Chargers are the better team.
I would agree. I will say, well, the one thing about Baker, I think it's kind of been his whole career, is he'll have a game like the Raiders game where he'll play bad, and then the next week he'll go out and light him up.
I've changed my mind. Buccaneers win. Yep, Buccaneers win.
This is a tough one.
I think the Chargers don't have a running game. It's all on Herbert to do everything right now. He can only do so much. The Buccaneers at least have a running game, even though they probably lost what's-his-face, the rookie. Number 7, Bucky Irving. There we go. I think they lost him for this week for sure, and that's going to be big. Buccaneers win. I changed my mind.
Chargers are negative. You know what? It is close. I'm gonna go Chargers. I think when I think about better quarterback, and I'm a Baker Mayfield fan, so I think it's equal. But I think Jim Harbaugh's a better head coach, though.
I think he's a better head coach too, but I think a running game is important.
It's very important.
And the Chargers don't have one. Unless they start getting Vidal involved a lot more, because Gus Edwards, he's not it.
And next one, hey, we got some good. Dang, we're starting to get into some heavy hitters right now. Next up, we got Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Eagles.
I did see a stat on this one. God, I can't remember the dates, but the Steelers have not won in Philadelphia since like 1960 or something silly like that.
Damn.
But it's only been like 10 games at the most. But still, damn, I do like the Steelers this year. I don't know what's going on with Pickens. I assume he's going to be playing, because if Pickens ain't playing, they absolutely don't win. Because that deep ball from Wilson to Pickens is about all Pittsburgh really has on offense for Russell Wilson.
It's nice. I thought Russell Wilson has the best deep ball in the NFL.
But he needs that receiver that can go up and get it.
Yeah. That moon ball that he throws, it's the best. Always. So who you got?
I'll go with the Eagles on this one.
I'll go too, even though there's a little tension going on in Philly right now. The A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts are kind of going through some trouble in paradise right now.
Really? I did not see that.
Yes. There's a little trouble in paradise.
They're competitors. They want to win. They'll smooth it over with some touchdowns and some yards and a win.
I'm going Philly as well, and I think it's going to be a really good game. I've definitely been watching that. Now, this one might be the toughest game of the week to pick. Buffalo versus Detroit. Let me set the stage for you. Obviously, we have very easily could be a Super Bowl preview.
We have a couple of those games this week.
Yeah. You got Buffalo just coming off a loss where like Josh Allen played. It's crazy. This is how good Josh Allen played. They lost the game, and all anybody could talk about was how well Josh Allen played. Like, I think he had 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns. Like, that's fucking crazy.
MVP.
Like, and if they wouldn't have had that blocked punt, they would have won. Yeah, yes, he's the MVP. Like, it's over. He's it. And then the Lions are the Lions, right? And the Lions are coming off of a real
Dominating victory.
what?
A real dominating victory.
I would not say a dominating victory, sir, but a very competitive, hard-fought division win. Was 10 days ago, and they did play on Thursday Night Football, so they've had a little bit of a break. So it's you go with the Lions, who are playing at home, which is weird. They got both these games back at home.
Yeah, let's end it here.
So you have the Lions coming off. You have 10 days of rest to get ready for this game. Then you have Buffalo, who's coming off of a loss, and traditionally you would think most really, really good teams, it's tough to lose 2 in a row. So this is tough game. Tough game.
I think that it's Indy.
It is.
Could this be one of those ones where we don't pick a winner and maybe we look at the over under?
I think so. I think that's safe.
What is our over under on this one right now?
46, which I think is definitely.
Oof, it's in play. Let's go over 46. 46 or 46 and a half? Is it 46?
54. 54.
That makes a lot more sense. Oh man.
I mean, Detroit scored, not Detroit. Well, Detroit scored 30 some points on Thursday. And Detroit's defense is really banged up. And Detroit's offense can obviously put up a lot of yards. Josh Allen can clearly put up a lot of yards. They put up 42 yards and they lost the game. I mean, so the idea that combined.
That's such a high over under though. All right, gun to your head. You have to pick a winner right now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Buffalo.
I'll back you. Buffalo.
Great game. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable with that over under.
Yeah, we'll go Buffalo. I mean, it's close. Like the odds are like Buffalo's plus 116. Detroit's negative 136. I mean,
there's a couple of these right here where it's like we might have to put 2 parlays in and swap a couple of these teams around.
And I just think that Detroit's won a lot of games in a row. And I mean, it's kind of like Buffalo, like going out there and, just eventually you're going to slip up and you're going to lose like 1 or 2 more games. So
never know.
So we'll go with old Buffalo. And then Sunday Night Football. This is good. This is actually a potential playoff. If the playoffs started today, these 2 teams would play each other, and that would be my Green Bay Packers going to Seattle for Sunday Night Football against the
Green Bay wins this game. Seattle is an imposter. They're not that great. Last week, divisional game. Green Bay, they've only lost to the top teams in the NFC or in football. And I hate to say that because I don't like seeing you happy. It doesn't make me happy. So there's that. But I do think Green Bay wins this game.
I agree.
I think it'll probably be a high-scoring game too, but I think Green Bay wins.
I agree. I think so too. Yep. I agree. I could go in depth on this one. I think that Sunday night I will be very, very happy. So, all right.
Very nice.
Very nice. And then Monday, we have a game that I have never actually sat down and watched these 2 teams play against each other because they are my least favorite teams of all time.
But every time you say something like that, it's not going to give a lot of confidence to people who listen to us.
Listen, I know a lot about these 2 teams. I'm just saying I've never personally watched these 2 teams play against each other. That is
what about like while it's on like on Red Zone? Does that count?
If it's clips, I'll watch clips, but it's not like I'm going to sit down and go.
But like if it's live on Red Zone and you're watching it, would that still count as you watching those 2 teams?
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I thought I found a loophole, but
I look at the other team. I don't look. All right, we have the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings.
The Bears.
You're going the Bears?
I just wanted to say it. I'm not picking the Bears. I just wanted to say it. The Vikings divisional game, but No recency bias. So if we take last week out, this is just a fun little exercise I'm gonna do right here. If we take last week out, we act like last week didn't happen. The Bears are then still looking like a decent team who should be getting a win soon because they just barely lost the last blah blah blah, like we said last week. The Vikings still win.
One thing I learned about from last week is to trust my instincts. So my instinct for that Chicago-San Francisco game where the Bears don't know how to win, and the 49ers did, despite all their injuries. The Vikings know how to win.
The Bears never even got a chance to even see if they knew how to win.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, it's always fun watching the Bears lose, but yeah, in Minnesota, congratulations. All right. Stupid ass. Oh, there's 2 Monday night games.
Yeah, 2 Monday night games. One of them's not even a great one.
Go ahead.
All right, so we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are down to Desmond Ritter, and they're also down to Sincere McCormick, I believe is his name, at running back, who does look like he could have a little bit of a future. The Raiders have Jacoby Myers still playing pretty good. They have a defense that's been playing pretty decent. And then on the other side, there's Kirk Cousins, who doesn't remember which team he's playing for on Sundays anymore. Throwing to both of them. Even with that last part being said, the Falcons win this game. I've never seen Desmond Ritter do anything really positive in the NFL, and I don't see it starting here. As much as I would love to see it.
I sadly agree with you. I think it's going to be Atlanta getting the dub in. Raiders just.
It probably won't even be. I mean, Antonio Pierce is going to have them come out and play. It'll probably be a decent first half. Low scoring, decent first half. But then after that, Atlanta will run away with it.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So let's do a little.
Hold on. Real quick, one backup. Or what one quick. The only way I see the Raiders somehow doing this is if maybe they do a lot of, not a lot necessarily, but they focus on the running game. Some maybe read options with Desmond Ritter and some like naked bootleg type stuff. Get him on the run, real simple shit because he's sometimes like I say, like this person's just not good at his job. His job's playing quarterback, and he's not good at it. But so if they use a lot of a running game, maybe
they will only lose by 2 touchdowns.
All right. And then our second Monday night game.
That was our second Monday night game.
Well, the one before that you had said Sunday night game.
Sunday night is Green Bay versus Seattle.
Huh. I might be stupid. I thought
we don't judge.
Okay. All right. So you want to give us our rundown, our winners this week?
We have the LA Rams beating the San Francisco 49ers, the Washington Commanders beating the New Orleans Saints. We have the Cincinnati Bengals beating the terrible Tennessee Titans. We have the Houston Texans beating the Miami Dolphins. We have the Kansas City Voodoo Magic Chiefs beating the Cleveland Browns. We have the Carolina Panthers beating the Dallas Cowboys. We have the New York Trash Cans finally winning the damn game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have those Baltimore Ravens beating the shit out of the New York Giants. We have the Denver Broncos beating the Indianapolis Colts. We have the Arizona Cardinals beating the New England Patriots. We have the Tampa Bay Baker Mayfields beating the LA Chargers. We have the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we have the Buffalo Bills beating the damn Detroit Lions. We have the Green Bay Packers beating the Seattle Seahawks. We have the Minnesota Vikings beating the Bears. And we have the Atlanta Falcons beating the Las Vegas Raiders. For $10.
So, with all that being said, $10 gets us what?
$10. Just 10 measly dollars will get you $12,756.61.
God damn. Do it.
I mean, who doesn't want free $12,000? Almost 13. Almost 13.
Well, technically, I think you're paying $10 to get that 12,000, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
If you put it like if I gave you $10 and you gave me 12,000, I would feel like that was a good transaction.
Hell yeah! I mean, yeah. Sign me up.
All right.
That's a good deal every day.
Let's win some money, people. Let us know in the comments what you disagree with. because we know there's going to be some.
We
We
know you'll let
know
us.
someone's going to talk shit. It's cool. Do it.
Hey, listen, I'll say this. If you think that we don't know what we're doing, guess what? We still know what we're doing. Because then just bet the opposite of whatever we bet, and then you still win money.
It's the backwards parlay. I don't know what you would call that, but
Yeah, so anyways, listen to us. Because whether we know what we're talking about, we win you money, or we don't know what we're talking about, we still win you money. Can't beat that one.
I think that's a good spot where we should leave everybody. So I mean, everybody, we're gonna leave you with the words of we want you to bet responsibly, drink irresponsibly, and remember, when in doubt, cash out.